Hey everybody, some of you have asked me how my progress is going down here in Florida, demoing my home after being underwater from the hurricane. So I thought I'd do a quick little video and show you what we found. I've been blessed with some really great friends. My friend Pete and I have been demoing the house. We got a dumpster. They're real hard to come by. They give them to you for 10 days because everybody needs them. So we got on it. Giddy up, or go home is the rule. So in 8 days, we had loaded the dumpster twice. And now we're pretty much done with the demo. A lot of mold, a lot of wet, a lot of mess. But, you know, ultimately, the end game will be, it'll be a much better house. So that's what I'm doing. You see the river behind me. It's beautiful, but once in a while it bites you, and it got me this time. So come on in, I'll show you how it's going, and tell you what we found. This is what we've got. There's the kitchen, down to a sawhorse and a sink, but it's good to clean up at the end of the day. Rule is 4 feet up to gut. So all interior walls we took out 4 feet up. This room, there was a wall here. I had a wood floor over there. The sill plate and the 2x4s were so saturated and moldy, we just took the whole wall down. There's no way we could have treated it effectively. It was easier to take the wall down. 1960s exterior wall is nothing but blue foam and the layer of stucco plaster type stuff on top. So there's really no place for mold to grow. So we cut around 4 feet, but decided that if we just treat the sill plate really well and let it sink in, I think we will, fix the problem with any mold on the exterior walls. An interesting fact, you see my ceiling is gutted. Didn't have to do it, but since everything else in this house is a total redo, it was a layer of sheetrock, a layer of wires run 4 inches, and then another layer of sheetrock with plaster. Why are there 4-inch low voltage wires running through my ceiling? Apparently somebody came up with the great idea of putting radiant heat in your ceiling in Florida. I can't explain it. There's a question mark in my head too. But that's what it was. Every time I turned my electric baseboard on, apparently I was heating my ceiling for the spiders and bugs in my attic. So as we started to pull the ceiling down, you couldn't just pull it down. You had to roll it and cut wires that ran the whole length every 4 inches to remove the sheetrock. It was quite the project, very labor intensive, but Pete and I hit it hard and got it done. 1960s plumbing, cast iron pipe. I'm on a septic system. They have to now trench out the whole floor of my house to lay new PVC pipe for a drain pipe because the cast iron is so brittle, it's like potato chips, and it's literally crumbling just being touched. Same thing with the plumbing. It was originally copper. Someone at some point did PVC and CPVC, but that in this environment is now brittle. Just us moving the littlest bit, things were springing leaks. So I have to have a whole replumb now of all the piping in my house. So it's going to be a lot more work than I had hoped. It's just not a matter of, replacing walls and treating for mold. It's a 60s house. It has a lot of issues. So now is the time. Unfortunately, it is what it is. A bit of good news is that the bathroom that I remodeled before I went up north to do my auction that a lot of you know me from, the car auction, I had remodeled my bathroom. And it seems like because it was tile and we used Dora Rock, which doesn't get moldy, I can salvage it. It doesn't seem that it's going to be a problem. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I put a lot of work into this bathroom and I love it. And it's good to know that at least I have a little bit of hope and positivity. So as I said, I've been blessed with some really great friends. They're really helping me out here. So my next project is 1,000 nails have to be removed from all the walls. So that's what Lexi and I are doing today, cleaning up the walls. So, in preparation. I will post another video when the guy comes to cut the concrete out, because I think it'll be an interesting process. Maybe some of you have never seen that done, and you might as well have a look at what's happening. The water, this is my front yard, the water from the river, if you see that Trans Am there, there it is. the cup holders are filled with water. That's how high the water was all the way out there in my front yard, and it lasted for days. People couldn't even check my house because of the alligator issue with the high water. No one, and I had so many trees down, it just wasn't safe. But that's where I'm at, guys. I just wanted to give you a heads up and tell you, you know what? Life happens, and you gotta learn to bend with what happens and flow with the current. And I'm doing it, and I'm looking at my blessings and the people who, who are good to me. And it's really, it's an experience. But when the house is done, it'll be a far better house. And I think the relationships I have with my friends, we'll have a lot more history that we can talk about as life moves forward. So be well, guys, and I will update you and let you know what else is going on. I'll give you a shot of that floor being torn up maybe too. But you know what? It's Florida, and it is beautiful when the water doesn't reach your house. Take care, guys.